Hello everyone! A quick note before the story begins. This is the next few parts of the story. I didn't follow my father's rules, and I've uncovered a terrible secret. I'll link the first part in the comments down below so you can find it. This next part of the story follows Darius' part in the journey, and it takes place around after part 6 of Travis's posts. I know it's a little confusing, but I feel it's important to hear both sides of the story so we can enjoy this tale together. I'll post them in order in a playlist to avoid confusion. Thank you, and enjoy. I watched as me and Travis went our separate ways. I wanted him to come with me instead of risking himself for a bunch of... what did he call them again? Soldiers? No, soldiers. I wanted to warn the others to retreat despite how cruel they had treated us. I was amazed at how forgiving my best friend was, but sometimes kindness will get you hurt. Or worse. I was able to find Bryson's scent while travelling, heading near a river. I quickly hydrated myself and closed my eyes, focusing on my sense of smell. I went towards the direction of where Bryson was, and fell right into the river, drifting off in an uncontrolled motion. I winced as I rammed into many rocks and had bruises lined across my arms and legs. I used my claws and latched onto a branch, freeing myself from the river's grasp. Disoriented, I quickly realised that I was in a totally new area of Yellowstone National Park, and I immediately tried finding Bryson's scent. No luck. I continued walking, going on all fours for more speed, searching for my friend without my sense of smell, hoping that I could run into him if I covered the distance quicker. The woods slowly blocked off more and more of the sunlight above. This was no problem for me, but it would be hard for anyone else without night vision to navigate this place. I found a small clearing surrounded by twisting trees when I heard a ruffling noise from behind and quickly dashed around to see a small black cryptid. It had large bat-like ears and sharp teeth with small stubby wings. It flew close and landed on a branch, almost losing balance and falling. "Who are you?" I asked, trying to sound as menacing as possible. It looked at me confused, and then spoke. "I haven't seen anything like you around here before. Are you visiting?" it asked. "No, I am looking for my friend," I stated. "Well, that's too bad. My family is really hungry," he said, and then laughed as he darted back into the darkness. Suddenly, dozens of large and smaller cryptids of the same attire rushed out of the darkness, swarming me. I was barraged with many bites and disoriented quickly. I was able to grab a branch and swing it, sending a couple of them flying back into the trees nearby, indenting them into the wood, permanently. They continued to bite and swarm me as blood was trickling from my wounds. I manoeuvred myself to the ground and smashed my claws down, then thrusting it upward, temporarily subduing the flying creatures. I used this advantage to quickly grab the tree trunk and hoist it out of the ground with tremendous struggle. I used the tree trunk as a bat and whacked most of the swarm of cryptids into the ground, then crushed them with the tree. I was able to deal with the remaining few easily, as there were only about half a dozen left. I looked at my wounds and thought I was okay, many scratches and bruises, but it was okay. I continued into the forest and reached a clearing. Picking up a familiar scent, I looked to the 3 decimated soldiers. Travis was here. I immediately looked around, but he was not nearby. I ate the 3 soldiers and decided to take a rest. I grabbed a phone that was on the ground, half buried in dirt, and remembered about what Travis had told me earlier. I decided to not mess with the phone, as I heard something in the bushes to my left. I turned to see a dark figure dragging a body that resembled Kyle. I didn't make a sound as the figure left the vicinity. I waited several minutes before breathing again. Suddenly, I felt the pain kick in. The bruises and bites did a number on me, and I was feeling the results. I was barely able to move the phone out of the way as I crashed to the ground, immediately feeling sleep overcome me. I woke up to see that most of my wounds were healed, but I was still sore from yesterday. I gathered myself and left the area, not wanting to attract attention to myself, even more with a puddle of blood that I had created beneath where I rested. As I walked through the woods, I thought of the previous events that had unfolded. Travis seemed pretty upset about Bryson, and I did owe him my thanks for saving me in that wretched place. But now it seemed he was done with helping and wanted out. I thought of Travis, and hoped he was okay. Walking for what seemed like hours, I followed Bryson's scent to a large watchtower in the distance. It was pretty run down looking, as I carefully made my way up the large staircase. I found myself in a small room that had a bunch of things a forest ranger would probably use. I saw a closet in the corner of the room, revealing yours truly, Bryson. He looked wide-eyed and anxious, as if he had just seen a ghost. He stared at me, and his fear turned into somewhat annoyance. "Why did you come here, Darius?" Bryson asked. "I was told to look for you. Travis needs your help and—" He cut me off. "No! I said no! I already saw that freak of nature dragging Kyle through the woods. I wanted to leave, but those soldiers blocked the area and I'm stuck here with it," he stated. "Bryson, those soldiers won't let us leave. They will imprison us or kill us once the mission is done. Why don't you calm down so we can think of a way to deal with the pilgrim and escape with Travis?" I asked. "I'm not risking my neck anymore, Darius. I'm sick of being the guy who pulls out a gun and acts like everything is fine, because it isn't. That thing won't be stopped by the three of us, and I'd rather stay here until the chaos is over so I can slip away unnoticed," he ranted. "Can you listen to me? Travis needs our help, and you can't be bothered because you're scared. He's not even an adult yet, and you think he's just going to deal with the pilgrim on his own. Put aside your own problems, because if we don't work together to stop that thing, it'll pick us off, one by one," I roared, seething with rage. "Darius, He went to say something, but trailed off. "Now, let's go save our friend," I said, outstretching my paw for him to pick himself up. He accepted my hand, and I hugged him. "I won't let that thing kill you, or Travis. I promise, okay?" I asked. He silently agreed as we walked down the stairs to get out of the watchtower. I had completed my mission, and now it was time to find Travis. We quickly prepared ourselves at the bottom of the watchtower, and I decided to post this as a status update, as well as some sort of communication to everyone. This is my first post. I will probably do a few more before the phone runs out of battery. P.S. Can anyone tell me how Travis is doing?